Beautiful, beautiful snake. Good evening, everybody. It's actually like a little bit afternoon, and we just pulled up to this beautiful creek here in Alabama. We are preparing to do a pretty long turtle walk through some fantastic habitat here. This is a creek I've only walked once before, and it was pretty fun. We saw a lot of snakes and turtles, but it did seem a little bit slower than expected, so we've got another set of eyes here today with Greg. He's a lot better at spotting turtles than I am, so hopefully we'll be able to find some pretty cool stuff in here today. Alright guys, so this is one of the main species we were hoping to see today, and the first time I ever walked this creek, it took me the better part of the day to even see one, and immediately after getting in the creek today, I found this little guy while looking for Greg, who got here a little bit before me. But we're going to be walking this creek for the next few hours. Hopefully we'll see a few of these guys, and maybe some other turtles too. But very, very cute little yearling, 2-year-old stripe-necked musk turtle, little juvenile guy. All right, I'm gonna let this guy go. That is a stunner. First snake of the day. We'll try to get him in an area where we can get photo and video. Oh, I see him.
Little guy right there. Not really showing up good on the phone. But he's gonna make a break for it. Come here. Come here, youngin'.
Number 2. All right, stripe neck number 2 that Greg spotted. You can see this one's a little bit more mature than the last, but presumably they get a good bit bigger than that, right?
Oh yeah.
I've seen like 6 of these ever, so.
Yeah, they'll get more than twice that size, and you know, there'll be adults that their head is the size of that one's whole body.
Yeah, like big females. I cruised a big female in Floyd County one time. Nice. Big one. He's got his head in a hole.
He just saw me.
What's up, dude?
He just poked his head back out.
Let me try to get him up on the bank. He seems like he's being a bro.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, does that have a meal?
Maybe. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Look at you.
Handsome.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Nice pattern on him. All right, cottonmouth number 2 up on the bank. Greg spotted this guy with his head in a hole, kind of on the edge of the creek, but looks like really nice, colorful pattern on this guy. But he is kind of dusty right now, and I'm sure by the time I get him down to the creek, he will find a hole and get away. But nice looking snake. We're on good pace. A couple cottonmouths and a couple peltifers so far, and we've only been here like an hour. All right, I rinsed this guy off in the creek so you can see his pattern a little bit better, but a real stunner. Almost every cottonmouth I've seen in this creek is pretty dang nice. It seems like the overall trend is dark with vibrant highlights, and that's what we've got going here. Just let him slide off back to what he was doing. Beautiful, beautiful snake. I got a bad feeling about this. Your bag is real underwater right now.
I know. I'm in. That's pretty.
I'm not a fan of what's going on. I'm gonna die. This is my least favorite thing ever. I'm having PTSD, Greg. That sucked. Look at this place we're in, though. It's magnificent. Beyond the part where the creek tries to swallow you. All right, Greg just spotted peltifer number 3. Biggest one yet. All right, peltifer number 3. A nice big adult male. I mean, bigger, but still pretty small. The biggest one I've seen in this creek so far. Hopefully that'll change today, but we're definitely on much better pace than any other day I've walked this creek. Definitely helps having another set of eyes that belong to a man who's better at finding turtles than me. I quite literally stepped over this one. But nice mature male, not quite fully grown, but definitely, like I said, the biggest one I've seen in this creek. You can see he's got a little battle scar right there from probably beefing with other peltifer. Very, very cool. His head looks a lot different than an adult loggerhead. You might be able to tell on this individual more so than any others we've seen that these are a different turtle than the loggerheads we normally see that are superficially very similar. Prefer quite different habitats. I mean, this is a borderline montane, swift flowing in most places rocky stream, which we do get minor in swift flowing rocky streams, but it's kind of like the anomaly. All right, Greg has once again found Peltifer up here. Let's see if we can spot him. Oh yeah, that's the biggest one yet, I think.
So far, yeah.
And do the honors.
Come here, bro. Oh, it's a little lady.
Little lady. Look at that face. Wow. Oh, she is beautiful. Look at that. What fantastic turtles. We've seen as many Peltifer today or more than I've seen in my entire life up until this point. Despite living, you know, only a few minutes from areas that have them, this is just not a turtle that has come easily for me. So really cool to get good numbers of them today at this spot that I actually found this summer, and I was only able to find one by myself, and then back here with Greg today, and we're getting into decent numbers. So hopefully this will continue. Trying to get her to bring that neck out a little bit so you can see just how boldly striped it is. Look at that. She's fantastic. Come on. Let's see it.
Do you think the fact that it's not obviously full of Calidra helps?
Oh, queen snake. Just swimming around. That was weird. Very nice. All right, first in-hand snake of the day. First non-venomous snake we could actually catch. It's not a cottonmouth. A very, very pretty queen snake. Just out foraging in the middle of the creek at midday. Kind of a strange behavior to see from these guys. You know, we see them over branches over the creek, and we see them foraging occasionally, but it's usually in a rocky area. I mean, this is a pretty featureless, sandy bottomed area, not the most crayfishy section of the creek, but a very, very nice looking snake nonetheless. You can see this guy's kind of got that really weird off grayish green belly color with the little orange stripes. Really nice looking animal. We'll let him go. Oh, a Nerodia. I did it.
Finally.
The rock flipping strat works. Hello. Little grump. Really pretty for a not super colorful one. Just very contrast. Ah.
Oh yeah, that's like kind of the... It is a midland.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going here. Another one.
Where's it? Where's it?
Here.
Did it go under that? Here.
There we go. No Nerodia, this entire creek, and then two rocks right next to each other. We get...
Oh, cool. Like a red one and a...
two Nerodia. Classic. Yep. Oh, this one's like shedding. Here, take this one. I'm gonna shed this one out.
Oh, lucky me.
Look at that. Just coming right off of him. The dry skin underneath is so weird. I guess the front half already shed. All right, well, after hours of walking this creek, seeing zero Nerodia, these two rocks right here in the middle of the creek produced a really cool kind of reddish water snake with some weird constricted banding on the back, and then your typical kind of brownish midland. Nice little Nerodia double to bump up our snake numbers for the day. All right, we're gonna release these guys back under their rocks right here. I think that was under that one. All right, Greg spotted another cottonmouth sitting here in the whirligig beetles. So cool. Very, very dark once again, as is tradition in this creek. Whoa! He's on his horse.
He's chasing future me. Submerged.
We got him. Hey. I think this might be one of the ones I saw last time. I found a similarly dark snake in this stretch creek, but they're all dark here. Yeah, and I'd like to get one of those Ouachita maps in hand if you ever want to... Dude, is this a... What is this? Yeah. It's like an axle from a car or something.
Oh yeah, weird. Metal detecting, look at the Civil War.
What is this, dude? I mean, it's got to be like a car part, right? There's no way that's a gun. It's clearly been in the creek for so long, though. All right, so right here we have a big snake shed. I don't know if this is going to be Nerodia or Cottonmouth, but whatever it is, presumably is upstream of us. Let's see if we can tell what left this behind, and if it's really, it looks really fresh to me. Here's the head. That is a Nerodia. So this is not a cotton. That's a big Nerodia shed. Oh, it broke. You can kind of tell by the face that that is like a, you know, not a viper. All right, guys, Greg just spotted our first cooter of the day. Very, very cool looking mature male. You can see he's got those long tickling fingers that they use to seduce the ladies. Titillation is what it's called. That's funny. But you can see very, very flat. Like, that is such a flat cooter. But very nice. This is a really common turtle species. I saw several of these last time, and this is somehow the first one we've seen today. So hopefully more will make an appearance eventually. Greg's got another peltifer here. We've been on a peltifer drought for like hours. Wow.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Very, very pretty.
That's
that
like
shell.
Definitely the nicest one so far.
And it has like no algae growth on it either.
Yeah, look at the jaws. Look how patterned.
Sick. Well, we've had a solid day for peltifer, but it's definitely slowed down since our first couple hours in the creek where we found numerous individuals. This is one of the prettiest ones of the day so far, though. Very, very nice. No. Well, I've been up there, but I've never, like... What? Peltifer?
Little guy. Maybe a yearling right there.
Oh, yeah. Like the same size as the first one we caught.
I think that one's smaller.
Can I grab him?
Yeah.
Look at this. Greg has spotted a wee peltifer. All right, it's getting kind of late in the afternoon. It's starting to get a little bit darker down here, a little bit harder to see into the creek. But there we have it, yet another tiny little yearling peltifer. Same size roughly as the first one we caught right out of the car. Turtle activity has picked up in the last 10 minutes or so noticeably. We've gotten 3 turtles back to back to back after like an hour of no turtles. So hopefully we're in for a good kind of end to our turtle hike today. We'll see. Here we have a basking queen snake. The only queen we've seen prior to this today was that one that I caught swimming in the creek. This guy looks a little bit skinny. Maybe not the best looking queen snake, so we'll just leave him right there. Nice to add another one to the day though. It's been quite snaky and quite turtly. All right, guys, we're most of the way to where we're gonna turn around eventually. And here is yet another cottonmouth. Whoop, they're flighty today. This is actually an area where I saw a cottonmouth and a peltifer the first time I walked this creek. So we'll see if there's anything else out here today. Check this out. We have a really cool in situ. There's 3. There's 3 right there, dude.
Oh, wow.
3 peltifer right next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Greg's gonna grab these guys. This is our little peltifer triple. Just hanging out together. And as it would turn out, there were actually 4 peltifer right here. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't see the 4th one until after when we were reviewing our photos and video from this day. Got him?
Nope. I don't know where it went.
They're so good at disappearing. I lost the one I found here last time.
Oh, that's 2 males.
All right, we lost one of them, but these are 2 little males. I mean, none of these turtles are quite fully grown. Very, very weird. After seeing a bunch of very spread out peltifer throughout the day to get 3 within basically touching each other. Check this guy out. He is like nearly solid black. That is a beautiful snake. What's up, buddy? Oh my God, I love these dark cottonmouths here. That is so awesome. He's just gonna go the other way as usual. What a beautiful snake. Hey, buddy. As you can see, he is not very interested in coming my direction. In fact, the opposite. All right, y'all, we are out of the creek. Darkness is falling, and we're gonna do a couple of passes of cruising, and hopefully the snakes will be active. The last couple of night cruising attempts have not gone well, so I'm not super confident, but hopefully we'll see something. That's a pretty good way to start the night. What's up, little guy? A young timber. Beautiful. As always, of course. In the interest of finding as many snakes as possible tonight, I'm just going to scoot this guy off the road and keep moving. But very, very nice. subadult, small adult timber rattlesnake to kick off the night here in an area where they are quite common. I think we probably have a chance of seeing a couple of these, so let's get him to safety and keep moving. It's always funny to me how chill these things are. I mean, I just had to move him out of the road rather hurriedly as a car approached to make sure he didn't get ran over. And he's just sitting here in the same exact spot I moved him to. Kind of ridiculous. Well, the snakes are playing kind of hard to get tonight, but here we have a nice big copperhead. Really pretty wide bands on this dude. Probably a big guy out looking for a lady. Very, very nice. He's the same size as that timber. A really nice looking snake. We'll just give him a poke. See if we can get him out of the road here. That'll do. I barely moved past the last copperhead, and look at this. This one looks like almost anery. I mean, that thing looks like it has very little color on it. Let's go see. What is going on with you? It does have some nice light color on him. Not as crazy looking as I was hoping he'd be from the car. Definitely very different from that last one, though. Look at that pale face. Very, very pretty. All right, dude, keep it moving. And we'll do the same. Why are they just suddenly everywhere? I mean, we've been doing this for a minute now. Wow, he is super pretty. Look at those spots. Very, very cool. Nice looking copperhead. But yeah, I mean, we've been cruising for a little bit now, and we had a very slow start with the timber and then nothing else for almost a full pass. And then in like the last 100 yards of driving to the end of the road and turning around, 3 copperheads, and all different snakes. This one's very distinct looking, very heavily spotted, a lot more attitude than the other two. Let's give him a... Oh, there he goes. He's going on his own. All right, no poke needed. Yeah, we've seen 4 vipers in the last 45 minutes. 0 non-venomous snakes tonight so far. Hopefully that'll change, but definitely viper heavy. It's viper season for sure. No babies yet tonight either, all adults or small adults. Well, of course we didn't get any while I was recording, but here is yet another one. This is a little guy, maybe last year's baby. Definitely the smallest one of the night so far. 5th viper and 4th copperhead. 4 copperheads in a row too, since the timber. Keep going, keep going. Don't bite my hook. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. We have a non-venomous snake at last. And it's a baby garter snake. Probably this year's baby. Very, very tiny, but surprisingly large for this year's baby. These guys grow pretty fast. They're born really early in the summer, like July, maybe even early August. And as a result, they're pretty beefy this time of year. But it's cooling off pretty fast. We're already in the mid-60s tonight. So I'm probably going to call it fairly soon. We'll just scoot this guy out of the road and do another pass or two before calling it a night. Very snaky night so far.